Hello friends, welcome to TechQuest channel. This is for the Tech by Your Tech. In this video, we are going to discuss about pre-analytical errors caused by lipemic samples, the causes for lipemic samples, the impact of lipemic samples in the lab results, and how to correct the errors caused by these samples. What are the causes for lipemic samples? A variety of factors can cause sample lipemic. The most common cause is not fasting prior to blood collection. Most of the time, the sample is collected after meal, not given enough time between the meal and the sample collection. Disorders include diabetes mellitus, alcoholism, renal disease, non-alcoholic fatty liver disorder can cause lipemic samples. Medications that are indirectly cause lipemic include glucocorticoids, antiretroviral medications, and non-selective beta-adrenergic antagonists. Ketogenic diets used in treatment of epilepsy can lead to lipemic sample collection. Lipemic samples contains high level of triglycerides, consist of chylomicrons and very low density lipoprotein particles causes turbidity. Lipemia is one of the most common pre-analytical interference. Lipemia can cause increased absorption of light that is used for spectrophotometric method test. Volume displacement by lipemic can interfere in electrolytes, and lipemic samples are non-homogeneous that causes error in sample sensing in automated analyzers to make errors in sample volume for analysis. Severe lipemic samples are prone to hemolysis also. How to avoid lipemic samples? To encourage fasting sample collection, it's better to collect a fasting sample for most of the test. If the lipemia is caused by recent intravascular infusion of a lipid emulsion, then phlebotomy of future specimen can be collected with possible long time gap. A repeat sample can be collected to correlate with the first sample. Detection of lipemia. The simplest method is visual inspection of sample. This method is common in all labs. The level of lipemia may vary by individuals. In laboratories, performing visual inspection of sample report as mild, moderate, and severe. Measurement of triglycerides in plasma or serum can roughly approximate degree of lipemia, but it is not an accurate method to detect the lipemia. Many clinical chemistry analyzers access using spectrophotometric analysis. Many analyzers have 2 or 3 wavelengths to detect the turbidity. The detection of lipemia is technically more difficult for whole blood sample that is not centrifuged, that are used for blood counts, blood gas analysis, and in point of care small analysis. Lipemia has been reported as a source of interference when measuring hemoglobin as the colorimetric method is used. The calculations of MCH, MCHC, PCV from hemoglobin. An inaccurate hemoglobin affects the hematology results, and these are derived from that. A simple method is when the chemistry lab observes any lipemia in the sample after centrifugation, they have to inform the other sections like hematology, look for lipemic and MCHC value are high in hemoglobin levels. In hematology, when the MCHC value is more than 36 grams per dl, it would strongly suggest the presence of an interfering substances. Corrections. A repeat sample can be collected after 3 to 4 hours, and the manual hematocrit can be reported in case of stat sample. An additional analysis that uses multi-wavelength determinations can give accurate results. These analysis reports are not affected by lipemia. Saline replacement method. Centrifuge the sample and carefully remove the plasma from the sample and replace it with an equal amount of saline and rerun the test. The other method is centrifuge the sample and remove the plasma and carefully run the hemoglobin level, then subtract from the total and recalculate the indices. What's the method used in chemistry labs? In chemistry lab, commercially available LipoClear method is used. Commercially available LipoClear microcentrifuge tubes are pre-filled with 1.5 ml of LipoClear reagent. Pipette only 0.5 ml of sample into the LipoClear tube. Mix well and leave it for 5 minutes at room temperature and then centrifuge. Cleared supernatant sample is used for analysis. The results are multiplied by 1.2 to compensate the sample dilution. Thanks for watching. Please watch my other videos, subscribe and share. Thank you.